people that take shits way too seriously and are buttered all the time.
Is that what you think?
E.
Good. Well, I mean, you could try with your competitive paintball friends.
They wouldn't understand.
All right, what's up?
Last time
What's up
I
in
pistol.
Waterdeep?
Oh, yeah. What is up in Waterdeep, ladies and gentlemen? I can tell you what isn't up, Warren. He's down.
Oh.
And last time
Talking about beating a dead horse.
you were all really,
No.
really sad about it. Clink in the silver, or in the jar of silver. Actually, that's a gold. That's a gold, mate.
I don't have any money. I don't have any money.
All right.
A golden pie.
Don't you have gems?
Then you lose.
Oh, there
you
goes the
lose-
gem.
No.
Ooh,
What kind of gem are you carrying? I'm gonna put it in the jar.
You lose 1 hit point, and you cannot
Oh, God.
heal that 1 hit point until you put a silver in the jar.
How's that hit point represented in the jar? Is it just like a blob of blood or something?
Yeah, there's just like no, it's just it is a
Pound of flesh.
yeah.
Oh,
Like the tip of his ear.
oh.
Wake up in the morning and be like, who the fuck's ear is this?
Crawford's going down. He's like, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
And you really got drunk last night.
Crawford Elray.
Make it Griff's here. Gifts here.
Gifts here. Who's Gif?
Griff?
Griff. Wait.
Oh.
Lift. Lift?
Liff is the ghost. Riff
One
is
of
the
his
kid.
kids. Yeah. Make it one of his ears.
That's no.
My
Why would I
God.
do that? That's
You're not allowed to
fucked
adopt.
up.
Get over here.
This
I know.
right here is why Felicius cannot have a kid.
No,
Yes.
this isn't Felix. This is just good old fashioned ghost.
This is why ghosts can't have a kid.
Fuck that kid.
This is the God.
Riff was a good kid. He wanted to be your friend, and you were a dick to him.
I gave him a knife to defend himself.
Exactly. A dick.
That's what it's like in the hood, bro. You're not armed, you're dead.
No.
That's why I learned boys in the hood.
Man.
If I ever had to give a lecture on responsibility.
Yeah. So you shedding the melancholy. We
Oh, baby, that
Just
means-
tell jokes.
Oh.
we had enough time to
Was it
grieve.
comedy night?
Surprisingly, you got enough money, and it's comedy night. The grand opening. No. So last time, y'all attempted to valiantly try to rescue Warren. Unfortunately, you were too beat up and too scared to go forward. And so you attempted to withdraw and come up with a better plan. Unfortunately, 2 of you lost your memories of the events inside the tomb. You were informed outside more sadness was shed, or tears were shed. Iverne decided to make her way to a temple where Crawford and Calisius followed, and Ken, just overcome with grief, took off, heading nowhere in particular. At the temple,
Particular place to go.
Iverne was taken in the back. She, you're about to end, whoever that is.
Huh?
Someone just put a card down. I'm gonna hurt you.
It was Ken. She had 10 cards.
There's rat it out. Just like wait, where's this? Where's 9 then? Where's the other one?
I don't know.
I found it. Can you just let me finish the recap before you start fucking with me? Anyway,
Maybe.
so Ken ran off to the north. At the temple, Iverne received a vision from her god of water deep on fire and all that good stuff.
What about that?
Well, you did. And you told everyone, so I can tell everyone too.
Okay.
Yes, and he told you to essentially try to see through the deceptions and get to the root of issues. After that, Calisius, Crawford, and Avern went and got some booze. Started day drinking to help ease the pain. On the way back, Crawford received a notice from Renier explaining that the Blackstaff had found out where DeVille Starsong was hiding, and that he should probably lay low so she doesn't get the wrong idea about them and not get involved. Crawford shared the information, and they all made their way back to Troll School. Meanwhile, our wayward kin actually stumbled upon the scene in which DeVille was being taken into custody near the Sea Ward. He broke away from his captors briefly to deliver a message to her. I believe she informed everyone, so I can say it. If she didn't, oh well, free information for y'all. Essentially saying, get Renier a message that Urstil is on the move and something big was on its way. She let the apprentices of the Blackstaff take him back into custody before returning to Trollskull, where Ivern toasted to their fallen comrades. Calisius, I don't know if he was attempting to sober up or was just thirsty, decided to go into the fountain upstairs and dunk his head. Ivern and Ken had a heart-to-heart about faith and belief in gods, overheard by Calisius as he was not drowning himself.
Oh, he was soaking.
Soaking himself. Ken then went in, or no, actually Ken checked on him first. Ken checked on him first and was almost drowned by Calisius.
I just wanted her to have a drink.
Sir, I'm giving a recap.
You waterboarded her, mister.
Yes. Waterboarded Ken. Ken got away and left, upset at Calisius, ran into Vern. They had their heart-to-heart. Vern then went in to Calisius. Calisius blamed Warren's death on Vern. Vern left in a huff. Everyone went to bed, I'm assuming. And that is where I will pick up. The night is restless. Some of you have trouble finding sleep. The sorrow and grief overtaking you. Others drift off into uneasy dreams. Others, such as Calisius, who will be right back. And
No more than-
I'm taking you next. What up, Kin?
Hi.
I have stolen you away now.
Oh. I'm not paying attention to the Discord. Hang on. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing alright.
Good, good. So yeah, you've woken up, or you've gone to bed in a bit of a huff.
Been a rough day.
It's been a rough day. But you are kind of able to fall into an uneasy sleep. Your dreams are filled with a darkness that seems just to be all-encompassing and shrouding you. You see faces of the damned and lost haunt every hour as you toss and turn. Souls unable to move on, unable to find rest, kept tied to this world by a shadow in the night. They cry out to you for help, cry out to you for salvation, but no matter what you do... Ooh, fucking hell, I thought I killed you. Got him. Sorry. A gnat attacked me right in the middle of Ghost's little thing, and then it came back for a second helping. I got it this time. Anyway, they cry out to you for help, cry out for salvation, but no matter what you do, the shadow eludes your grasp. Finally, you give up on trying to sleep. You open your eyes to get ready for the day, but when you awaken, you find that you're not on top of your pile of pillows like you had left yourself, but lying in a field, gray and barren as far as the eye can see. In the distance, a tower of crystal stands tall over the empty landscape. The only other landmark you can pick out is a tree, wilting and decaying, stood at a crossroads. Leaning against it is a man, tall, clad in a black cloak covering blackened armor, fiddling with something that you can't quite make out. You see strands of silvery hair drift out from the hood covering his head. He looks up to you, eyes steel gray and pupilless. "It is good to see you well, my child. Something has been blocking you from my view for a time. I was afraid I'd be welcoming you here to stay." He walks towards you, kind of pocketing whatever it is he was fidgeting with. "It's good to see you alive. Can you tell me what happened?"
Can you tell me who you are?
"Well, you follow me. I have granted you power. I feel like you would know."
Oh. I'm used to you wearing a mask.
"Well, normally I would, but seeing as I almost lost you, I thought it would be best to show up face to face and have a chat. It is not often my power can be blocked as it was."
I'm sorry. I don't know if I did that.
"No, it was not you. There was something dark wherever you were. Something that old and evil. But you... Go ahead.
The snake thing.
Snake
Can't remember their name right now.
thing.
I'm sleepy.
That is understandable. There are many snake things. I'm not sure what would be powerful enough to stop a god, but whatever it is dark. And it seems the darkness is spreading.
That can't be good.
Yes, it can't.
Right.
But
Did it... Might be our fault. I feel like it's our fault.
in what way, my child?
Well, a friend of ours kind of went further in and woke something, and we didn't stop him or stop it. We just kind of left, apparently.
Did you...
He died in there.
That is strange. This friend of yours, you know what he looked like? Or could you tell me what he looked like?
Very tall. He was a centaur. Very long beard. Very long hair.
You see a...
It was fun braiding it.
You see a brief look of confusion pass over his eyes before... Well, when you were down in the tomb, I could not see you or those you traveled with. Whatever evil was at work down there blocked me from interfering. Whatever happened to your friend is beyond me, but I can say that he is yet to pass through my halls. There are many reasons.
But everyone passes through your halls.
Everyone is supposed to. Whatever reason this evil thing you speak of, snake creature, must be very powerful
looks like it.
indeed. It is possible that his god claimed him directly, but that never
I don't know
happens.
if he followed a god.
This is strange. I will have to look into this further. I cannot see the source of this taint, but its roots are spreading all around you. Be careful. You are not meant to be called here so soon.
Is this where I'll go?
You will continue to serve here. Well, not here. You will serve in the city itself, but... yes, this is where you will end.
I know I'm not supposed to ask. Well, I don't really know if I'm not supposed to ask. Are they okay?
Is who okay? You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific.
Well, family members in general, but my mom was dying not long ago, and I don't think she had very long.
She still clings to life, but the darkness that is draining her, a different darkness, seems to will eventually complete its work.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
She will be looked after, as all souls are. Do not worry.
I know.
That's good. Well, be careful, Kin. This darkness is nothing to be taken lightly. The souls are being kept there. Your task has always been to help them rest. I would see you do it. I would see you do so. But the task itself will be may be forced upon you before you're ready.
What was that?
That was roll 20. They're doing shit
Oh.
in roll 20. Vern just rolled stealth. I don't know why, but she failed.
She did it terribly.
She definitely failed. That was a natural one. In fact, as you speak to your god, you hear a loud clanking noise as you are forced back awake in your room, back at Troll Skull Manor. Pharaoh has wrapped himself around your arm, awakens with you, and looks at you with concern.
I'm okay. I'm alright. It's just a thing.
Just a thing. It nuzzles up to you a bit before you decide what you do next. And we shall return to the group. Oh, incidentally, before we return to the group, do you care if they hear this in the playback?
No, I don't mind.
Okay, so I will leave it in. Alrighty. See you in general. I'll move you to general.
Huzzah.
Hey, yo!
I am returned, and also I didn't get the cars, and I'm confused.
You didn't get
Cars?
cars?
There's no cars. We're playing D&D.
Did you?
Pixar fan group.
Vern, I don't know why you were rolling for stealth. You failed miserably,
I'm aware.
awakening
Ciao.
everyone who may have been asleep.
Oh,
Oh,
she wasn't.
because
Where was
yeah.
she?
I stepped out into the alley.
Well, you've awoken everyone in the house and everyone in the alley.
What time of day is it?
I will say, just for the ease of me, it was a rough day. A lot of emotions were spent. You'd gone to bed about mid-afternoon, but we're just going to go ahead and say it's the next morning, as you were all extremely tired, extremely worn down. And it is
This
now.
does not feel like a long rest.
You have all received a long rest, unless told otherwise.
Did I get a
And I
long
love
rest?
that.
Yes, you did. Just you didn't. You know what happened to you.
Okay. So I ran and told Gus about the fact that I had this nightmare.
Okay.
Then they asked me what I did, and I said I don't remember.
Don't remember what.
He's trying to. Yeah, so he said Snake God wanted me to betray you all. He gave me, he asked that I betray you guys, and then Crawford asked if he accepted the trade, and Calicius said, I don't know, or I don't remember.
Do you have to roll perception on that?
Is it
You
or does he straight
remember.
up not know?
You remember the dream vividly. So, incidentally, the robes that once held such luster now look rather plain. You
Okay.
no longer have basically you don't have access to the fun stuff that it did.
So I don't get the intimidation rolls and all that?
No, but it's still enchanted, and it's still the +1 thing, but I don't remember what's that called. The robe?
+1 bonus to AC.
No, the actual robe. It's the thing. It gives you +1 AC. It's like a cape or a thing, hood. It's a common. It's a common.
Protection?
Yes, thank you. I'm glad one of y'all have.
Understanding English skills?
Yes. Have the ability to tell what I was trying to say.
I can kind of piece together pie speak.
So yeah, I put back in the item, so when you refresh, it should be in there. What it is now. But yeah, so if you do remember the entire conversation you had, the wound is still on your arm.
I think he's taking these things away from me unless I betray one of you guys.
Okay. And then we were looking for the
Religious folk.
have God stuff. Yeah.
The religious folks? Okay. Ken, you are now awake, and Avern, apparently you failed to sneak out, but you are outside.
I very noisily snuck out.
Oi, shut up!
You
Yeah.
wake the dead.
I'm gonna take a long bath.
Okay. Easy enough to do. You know where the bath is? You know
the magic word.
You know the command words?
It's one of the things.
The
Keep your head
water
above the water.
the water fills.
Shut up.
Okay, so Ken's taking a bath. Crawford and Calicius, what are you two doing? And then we'll get to whatever Avern's doing.
We were looking for Vern.
Okay, Avern, what are you doing?
I think I went outside early to train a little bit, and then I was gonna just like kind of walk around the alley and like look at all the signs of life there and all the happy people. I assume they're happy. I hope they're happy.
Well, most of them are still asleep. It is dawn, so they're
Oh, okay.
just now waking. You do notice Fala Lafleer, how do you pronounce it? Fala. You notice Fala opening her shop, and she waves at you as you walk by.
Actually, okay, yeah, I'll stop and say hi to her.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. It's a bit of a somber one for us, but
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
we're doing things, you know. And so you're a plant lady, right?
Yes, I like to believe.
I recently found I have space balcony I was hoping that you could recommend something that would help, you know, I don't know, bring a little bit of peace, personality, or something. Or maybe something in remembrance of a friend. I'm not sure. Yeah, something to help me remind me of a friend.
Well, did your friend have a certain plant or something that he enjoyed?
Everyone's like, well, he was a ranger from the mountains, the Green Mountains where he was born. I don't know exactly what kind of plants are native.
I do think. One moment, let me go check.
Okay.
She goes back into her shop and she comes out.
Everyone stands there thinking about how much of an idiot she is.
I don't. I don't know. If
Indica.
there's
Actually, yeah.
any. This is the high forest is where you're from, right? Warren, back me up there. That's what we decided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High forest, perfect.
I don't know if there's any actual plants that are.
No.
Forest.
Make it, what's it called?
Location.
What's that flower called?
I don't know.
Edelweiss?
Edelweiss? Oh, the weed?
Edelweiss is cute and pretty.
Sure, if that's what you want it to be. I don't know what an Edelweiss actually looks like, though. And I don't know how to spell that. Someone give me some help here.
Oh, you. Edelweiss?
Edelweiss?
Yeah.
So I actually was right on. Go me. She comes back out with it's non-toxic, whatever it is. Just give okay. A white flower has what the hell is that? Like little pods, I guess. A fuzzy white flower with little pods of clustered spicklet florets in a diamond star formation.
So pretty.
This is an Edelweiss flower. It is native to the high forest.
Oh, I think that would be lovely.
Of course. You can have this one for the loss of your friend. No, it's okay. It's all right. It's just been taking up. It's not exactly the most beautiful flower. It's been taking up space on my shelves for a long time.
I'll
I insist.
take good care of it.
Please do.
And if you ever need a drink after a long day or anything, please do just knock on our door. I mean, eventually we'll be up and running, but in the meantime, you're very welcome to stop by.
Incidentally, please tell the old man that the shipment of the cola nuts should be arriving this week.
I will let him know when I see him. Yep, definitely.
Please do. Again, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Paula. And well, have a good morning. I'm sorry to barge in so early on you.
Oh, not a problem.
And I will slowly walk back across the street holding the flower in both hands.
Okay.
I guess a potted flower? I don't
You hear the door so gently close behind you as you make your way back to the Troll Skull Manor. What is she doing there? Who is moving Kin?
Kin is moving Kin because Kin found Kin and was like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was Kin.
In case she transformed back into her old form, I wanted her old form available to be grabbed, and I didn't think she would just pick it up because she's rude.
Invisible?
It is currently invisible. I've moved it back into the darkness. The void has claimed her once more. Where are you? Are you? Okay, you're in the bath. Gotcha. Okay. I'm just you people. You like to move around on me and then like put things places, and I just need to know. You return indoors. Crawford, Glacius, you hear someone coming inside.
I'll put my plant on the counter, and then I'm going to go about making breakfast.
Okay.
Ecclesias is gonna run up to her. She walks in, and he's gonna start weeping and hold his arms out to show the wounds.
There is 2 large gashes, and I think his right arm. Not
Glacius.
bleeding.
What the fuck did you do?
Ah! The demons have forsaken me. I need to talk to your God.
To Tyr. You want to talk to Tyr. You. Sorry, what?
I need to be saved.
Oh. I mean, he's not really in the... Hang on, give me your arms.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend, I guess, 5 points of lay on hands.
Ecclesius, you receive 5 points of healing, but the wound does not close.
Oh no. I discern anything from these wounds?
Sure, you can make a... Well, I mean, you can discern right off the bat that these are the same wounds that he had received in the temple, because you remember.
Okay.
Beyond that, you can make a medicine check if you'd like. 11.
That's an 11. They look like they hurt.
They hurt. They look like they are painful. Glacius, it's just a constant kind of burning pain. It's manageable, but you definitely still feel it. It was
It's like herpes in my wrist.
soothing.
Ah!
It was soothed for a moment, but it still burns.
I tried casting mending on it.
It does nothing, as it is not a construct.
I'm gonna focus and see if I can detect any evil from it.
It is very,
Oh, no.
very evil. It's a very familiar, in fact, evil.
This must be this explains why I was acting so out of character last night.
We probably should take it to a temple of some kind. I don't know. It doesn't specifically have to be Tyr. Do you have any personal beliefs that we don't know about?
Only gods I pray to are the rock gods.
Wait, what?
I don't know them.
I was being facetious. I'm not a religious guy. I just
Well, where does your magic come from? Is it not you just have that?
I was born with it. Maybe
Maybe
it's
it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
All of you take psychic damage, and also 2 silver coins plink. 1 for Clesius' first joke, 1 for the second.
Right, so we're at the 8 gold, 11 silver, I think.
There you go.
We are
2 gold, 12 silver.
what am I chucking?
in a pound of flesh.
You lose a silver and Vern leaves a silver.
Oh, I'll take that out of my purse. Hang on.
Incidentally,
2 silver for me today.
I looked up Rock God 5e, and it's a picture of Ozzy Osbourne as Jesus with Alice Cooper hugging his leg. That is all.
Can you post that for us, please?
I can pull it back up. Yes.
Let me get into that.
I might be able to do something. I think you might have a better idea of this than me. But you probably should go to a temple.
Let's go.
Is she?
Kin? We haven't seen her all morning.
Well, did you try knocking on her door?
We,
Or
we would have, yes. Is she there? Did she
I mean,
ignore it?
that's entirely her decision. She was getting in the bath.
Right.
Well, I was in the bath. I was going to be in the bath all morning.
Well,
And then come down for a later breakfast.
Okay, so none of you have knocked on her door then.
no, we did because we were going door to door to find you and Kin. You obviously didn't respond, but we would have knocked on Kin's door as well.
Why is it in
What did
there?
she say, or did she say anything when we attempted it?
Mm-hmm.
When you
I know.
attempted to knock on the door and she didn't hear you? No.
Oh.
She had her head underwater.
We knocked on her door, but she didn't respond. We didn't
Oh,
go in.
never mind. She's right there. Oh, good.
Oh.
Okay.
Morning.
Oh no.
Amazing.
Oh, and
Yep.
come take a look at this.
Take a look at what?
It's only on one arm, Clesius.
Oh, I thought it was both.
I thought it was both too.
It's two slashes on one arm because he gave the same arm.
Oh, I'm still
Sometimes.
holding his forearm, probably.
Very good picture.
It happened in the temple. He, well, sacrificed some blood to the snake god.
That's a terrible idea.
I'm full of
It
them.
was, or it opened one of the doors. I don't know. And he asked for healing, and it healed him, and it feels wrong. And I tried to heal it, and didn't work. I figured, I don't know. You might have more of a idea than I do.
You tried
Doesn't really
healing
matter.
magic and it didn't work.
I think it's evil. It's whatever this is. It's not natural.
I'll take a look. I'll take a look.
I'm gonna get started on breakfast.
Okay, you can take a look, dear Kin. Roll religion or medicine.
My medicine is higher for whatever reason.
14. You don't get much more than she does. The wounds should have closed normally.
This is going to be awful today.
Oh no.
You're examining the wound. Again, it should have closed with her magic. You know, so unless she's having like a crisis of faith or something, this is a magical wound of some sorts. Most likely, you would assume a curse, as you are,
Yeah.
Holy. But
Yeah, it probably will just take time to heal, but, if it's not, like, doing anything by tomorrow, you're probably cursed. We might have to take you to a temple and talk to a cleric. A cleric higher, better than me. More experienced. I don't have experience in removing curses.
Why don't we do that now after we eat?
Yeah, you could do that.
How does Ken
Do
look
my
this
hand
morning?
does my hand still work?
yeah, no, it still works. It just hurts. It burns. Incidentally, as you finish this conversation, you all notice the scent of smoke. And then as you look over to the kitchen, plumes of black smoke start pouring out. You hear the startled cry of Averne as she is lit the kitchen on fire.
Guys,
No. Terrible idea.
and open the bathtubs. Bring me water. We need lots of water.
Crawford's gonna bolt upstairs. He's gonna grab a couple mugs and bolt upstairs.
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna cast mending.
on the fire. It
Unmend that
does.
Whatever's
I feel like there
whatever's
should
being
be a
burnt up.
source of water in this room, and there's not.
I'm
Ah,
gonna
you know,
run
it's a
outside to
small
one of the
kitchen. Oh, no.
troughs for horses and just come back in with whatever. I assume there's a bucket out there. If there's not, that sucks.
We have ale, but the water is free. So
You. Yeah, I guess you throw some water on it. Rather than put it out, however, it actually makes the flames burn more.
What kind of fire magic did you do, Evern?
I didn't do anything. I wasn't even cooking with oil. It was literally eggs in a pan.
What the hell?
you gotta start using oil, I think. Next time.
Get that out. Take it away. Get it out now.
The fire is starting to spread, guys. What are you doing?
I run back down with two or three tankards of water because I don't know that it will work, and I'm going to attempt to.
No!
What?
It makes it worse. It makes it really, really bad. Don't do it.
I'm gonna
There's
start
nothing in the
tapping-
water.
I'm gonna
I'm
soak
gonna
it.
try to smother it.
Yeah.
You're
Can I
just-
try to
okay.
smother it?
We're gonna
I-
say with the group of y'all, you're able to smother the flames. The kitchen looks a little beat up. It's gonna need some repairs.
I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on what's left of the fire.
It's not a being, therefore it doesn't work.
Vern starts crying.
Evan or Vern is crying.
Crawford, do you
So
have any
our,
words?
fire safety PSA of the day. Don't put water on a grease fire.
Nope.
I didn't use any grease, goddammit.
Are you cooking eggs in a pan?
Y'all need to learn to clean the pans because someone
I
used
rolled
grease.
a nat 1. Okay, she doesn't know how to cook.
Oh.
You must have spilled oil into the pan or something.
Y'all have used them before. It is entirely possible that.
Can we not do dish duty?
She tried to boil eggs in oil.
I mean, if one of y'all want to, go in there and like actually investigate what happened.
No, I think we should move on.
Okay, it's fair enough.
I can tell you what happened. I rolled a nat 1.
The fire extinguished. You. What are y'all doing?
I think we're going to a
Crawford, can I
temple.
borrow a bird?
Everett, I think we should eat out.
I-
We've earned it.
Is that a bird? Where'd it go?
No, that was Calesius's slit on his arm. It didn't move with him.
Oh.
Oh no.
So there was just a floating wound in the middle of Troll Skull Manor.
Oh no, our house is injured. Burned and sliced.
So y'all are heading out for breakfast.
Needed a bird.
Someone needed a bird. Yes, Ken, you needed a bird.
Yep.
What are you doing with the bird?
I am writing a note asking for Mert to give us the loan. Please. Please. I know we didn't take you up on that offer before, but please. Our kitchen just burned. Please.
We lost our friend. Okay. The bird has been sent out. You don't know when you'll receive a response, but it is in the air.
A breakfast for everyone, and I guess, where are we going? We need to go see Yalister?
We need to go
Yeah.
to a temple.
A temple.
Okay.
And I don't know what else anybody else's errands are for the day.
Is CJ potty trained?
No. Did you train him? No.
You roll animal handling. They'll have been moved to the main map. Oh, CJ's not there. CJ.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yes,
Hey.
he's in the graveyard. What about the snake? Do you see the snake?
No.
The
Yeah,
fuck?
man.
And the snake's never been on the big map.
Yeah, yes. Well, we'll just
Hey, another nat 1.
Animal handling.
Stop with the nat one.
I didn't tell you to roll animal handling, but since you did, he takes a shit in the middle of the fucking dining room.
Did you not tell me to roll animal handling?
You
I
did
didn't.
tell me.
Did I? Oh,
Did.
I must have been distracted. Okay, yeah. He takes a shit in the middle of the.
Hey man, I should get advantage in that because the DM messed up.
No, that's not how that works. You can use your inspiration if you want.
Use that inspiration.
No.
Casey, you're in charge of cleaning that up.
I'll try. Do I need to roll anything to clean it up?
No, it's easy enough to clean up. It
This
does.
is laundry.
It does stain the floor.
Or what?
It stains the floor.
Isn't the floor fucking wood?
Yeah, that sucks. Seeped in. His stomach's a little messed up. You know,
What's
it's been a hard day for him.
I cast mending.
Doesn't get rid of stains. It just repairs. What is it with
I
the
go back to
mending
bed.
today? Anyway, y'all
To bed.
leave.
You
Where y'all
realize
heading?
he has the cantrip for no reason.
It's still good.
Breakfast, then Jalister, and then at the end of the day, we can go to the temple for evening mass, and we can talk to a priest about getting Calisius's arm fixed with a removed curse. And plan.
Cool.
There you go.
Amen.
Easy enough to pick up breakfast. Morning.
At the yawning portal.
What are we getting to eat?
I don't know. What are y'all getting to eat?
What kind of street food do they have in Waterdeep in the morning?
What you
We have
know?
bad things. From
Whatever-
history with us, bad things.
Roll, yes, roll for food they have. You know, just your normal fare. You can easily find most normal things you can think of.
Come on,
Essentially.
yeah,
At the
bring water.
yawning portal.
They
I was
have
gonna say,
a pancake on a stick.
I've had pancakes on a stick for everybody.
All right, it's a sausage. It's wrapped in a pancake. It's amazing.
Oh, I thought it was
I'm
just
into that.
a poor umbrella. I didn't know the word picture you were painting.
I'll take some silver away from myself.
So you do that.
Evern,
Oh no, these are
You
all
know,
the
just-
old.
for a little, here's some guidance. I'm sorry.
What?
She's having a rough.
She's
day.
casting guidance on you because you've had a rough morning.
Thanks.
Rough 24 hours.
It ain't been great for the PVC, you know. They took a big L.
A big one. Thanks.
Yeah.
But the next time I roll in that one, I'll think of you.
The streets are, you know, starting to come to life. It is morning. There's a nice little frost, but it's actually warming, a little warmer than you expected. So it's, for the most part, kind of receding. But you make your way to the yawning portal. You walk in. Actually, he wasn't supposed to bed. Doesn't matter. You see the normal crowd just kind of hanging about. Yagra looks tired.
As usual.
As time, you know, 4 strings still peppy as ever. Durnan's just kind
Oh,
of
he's got a new finger.
3 strings is just as peppy as ever. Shut up! God, y'all suck. I hate you. Never DMing for you again.
Hi,
Got it.
all you can do is be better.
You've done it, lads.
You're not
Be
wrong.
better.
Durnan just kind of resting on the bar. It's, you know, takes you a little bit to get over here, so it's been open for a little bit, but it's not. The actual bar itself is kind of still coming to life. You see a few people getting breakfast. Jalister is in fact there. You don't see Maloon, but you see Jalister and the old knight both sitting on the benches of their little corner table.
Don't want to go over there.
Well,
We're gonna have to.
Yeah. Um. I'll.
What's today's plan as we talk to Jalister?
No, I just it feels like we're gonna go over there to admit that we were defeated and wrong and that we lost Warren, and all of this feels awful to say aloud. I don't feel very pretty.
it. It may help to just say it out loud.
I'll go talk to him.
All right. I mean, I
We're
would
going places.
You're taking
Huh?
the long way, aren't you?
He's
Where
grabbed a
is he?
beer first. He's over here.
Oh, okay. I guess we can have a beer or not. Liquid courage, Jernin. We need liquid courage.
Okay, you are now behind a wall, Clesius.
It's the guy with the cog on him. They're like booths.
There you go. You approach. They seem to be in like a hushed conversation. You notice
He just shoves himself past them, mate.
Ambrose is especially haggard looking. Jalister looks up and goes, it's Clesius, right? I was just getting the report from last night. Ambrose's account at least. I heard about your friend. I'm so sorry.
He says nothing.
Hi, lad. We took a lot of losses last night. The rest of you are here. It's good to see you. Perhaps you would like to inform Jalister of your account. I'll make myself scarce.
No, I think you should stay.
Oh, all right.
What if it does concern you? We didn't report the first night either, and there were some troubling things that we learned.
Yes, I was. Luckily, Ambrose was able to give me his account, but from what I understand, it's not entirely complete. From his
So-
own admission.
Ambrose ended up becoming brainwashed by, we believe, a necromancer. And using his power, Ambrose opened a path into one of the tombs for the necromancer. And I stare at Ambrose.
He kind of seems to be fidgeting with food on his plate. Doesn't look back up, but he's not denying any of it. It's like,
Ambrose's
see.
actions. Shush. Ambrose's actions allowed this necromancer to pull together a small army of skeletons, which I think were responsible for killing some of the other guards and attacking us.
I see.
I would have left Ambrose die.
And attacking Ambrose.
Ambrose was, I believe, as much of a victim as the rest of us were. I think there must be some kind of power or access that he has that the necromancer needs.
I've been thinking on that, and I believe it's because I am a cleric of Kalimvor.
Certainly not because of your common sense.
The death domain is required to open most of the tombs, especially the larger ones. Yes, that is our belief as well. It's troubling to hear. Calisius, you'll be happy to know that Ambrose has taken himself off duty. He will no longer...
I'll be happy when Ambrose throws himself in that pit.
Let's hope he doesn't take such drastic actions. But this confirms some things we have discovered on our own. As for the last evening, 2 of our officers were taken, we believe, by the necromancer. We also believe that they are not dead. We had the troops scouring all of Waterdeep looking for them. once again disappeared into thin air. I will be taking a more hands-on approach going forward. But is there anything else you report?
Do you have anybody that could come join us on these patrols that can see invisible creatures?
I really would rather not continue this personally.
I understand.
We do suspect that he's using some type of invisibility spell. And we haven't quite figured out his pattern yet. As we learn.
Ambrose, are there other priests of Kellenvor that patrol the night?
They don't patrol at night, but there are others. They have a temple here near the City of the Dead.
Who knew you were a priest?
Cleric knight, but yes, I've spoken to them, and they say none of their amulets are missing. So whatever this fiend got a hold of one, it wasn't from their house.
I am not entirely convinced that they needed you, Ambrose. Is there anyone of your order that fell out? Anyone that once walked the same path that you did and no longer does for any reason?
Not that I know of. I'm not from Waterdeep. I traveled a bit in my day and I ended up here recently. I can tell you that they were my prime suspects at first, and I had them being watched, and none of them seemed to leave their confines. I can tell you that Kalimvor is a relatively new god, or should I say, has taken the position of an older position, the position of an older god. So it's possible that maybe a priest of the former god of the dead might still be around, but I doubt it. They seem to have disbanded or became one of our people.
Actually, while we're here, and when we lost Warren, Warren takes a moment to compose herself and then says, "Oh, Calisius was injured as well, and his wound isn't healing. Could you take a look? You might be more familiar with the kind of magic than I am, at least."
Certainly, I can take a look. Calisius,
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. He takes a look at it and examines it closely. Answer.
Could I tell if either Ambrose or what's this guy's name?
Dalstrom?
Jalstrom were being completely truthful?
You can roll insight check for me as he is looking into your arm. Yeah, I mean, they both seem rather somber. The events of the last evening obviously are wearing down on them. He doesn't seem to be wishing you to do you harm. He doesn't seem exactly happy to be helping you either, but he is looking over the wound. He studies it and is like, you see his brief little flash in his eyes, familiar divine energy. He's like, it's a curse, I can tell you that much. There's not much I can do about it. I'm more of a fighter than a healer.
Do you know anyone who could help us?
In Waterdeep?
Yeah.
Preferably.
I'm not entirely certain. I can ask around a bit, Jalister. I'm not really one of the divine, but I can have my guards take a look.
I'd appreciate it. I feel like this sort of thing's really gonna slow things down.
Certainly.
think it should also be noted we found a tomb that was exceptionally dangerous. Your guards should probably avoid going down into.
Yes, the Sotlu tomb, correct? That was
Yes.
the one the four of you.
Oh, Warren found signs that it had been entered last night, so we investigated, and obviously things did not go the right way, and we found no new information.
And
Lost
we
him.
left one of those things alive, didn't we?
I don't know.
We
Yeah,
heard
don't open up
screaming.
any of the sarcophagi.
Do
Well, we
you think
normally
the
don't,
thing
but-
we left alive might know where the thing that killed Warren went?
I'm sure that they were the one that probably took him.
I don't think anyone should enter that tomb again.
When Evern says that, and also when she said it looked like someone broke into it and things didn't go well, any visible changes in facial or body expression in Jalis?
In Jouster, you can roll insight, but I mean, from your passive, you're telling him information that he now like already knows because you told his guards before you left the city. So everything you're telling him isn't new, and so he's a little more steeled, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
For
the hell of
learning about, you did notice a slight, you do notice a slight ruffle of concern, I should say. Furl, he furs his eyebrows a bit, and when you mentioned that there is still a creature alive down there, but beyond that, yeah, you don't. He seems to be contemplating a lot of things right now. So I'll try to find somebody to send y'all to.
And he's
what's
Lord
next?
of the Lions, right?
Technically, you don't know that, but
Oh, I thought we knew in character. My bad. He was
No.
just a friend of. Okay, cool.
yeah, no, he's a city guard captain
Lady
who
Patterson
doesn't.
was the
I'm
one who-
talking about Jalister.
Yeah, Jouster. He's a city guard captain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What's her face? Lady Haventry? Was that it?
Yes.
Yeah, she was the one who was like, "Hey, you guys should go talk to this dude." I don't remember why she knows of us. Is she a Harper?
She
You don't know.
is sympathetic. I thought.
I don't remember. I know I asked Millie about it, but can't remember exactly what she said beyond she's kind of weird.
Yes, she's a bit odd, is what you were told.
I do kind of want to dig into something else. That doesn't necessarily concern Jalister, but since he's a captain of the city guard, I figured unrelated. Do you happen to know anything about Urstel Floxen?
Not really. The name doesn't come across my desk. Unless did. Oh wait. Yes, I believe the Blackstaff was looking for him. That's what it was. Beyond that, not really.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I forgot myself. It's been a while.
Wow.
Is that like common knowledge that there used to be some like crazy powerful mage that killed one of the Blackstaffs, or was that?
You've asked me this before, but yeah, it's not common. You know that someone had the Blackstaff died, but there was a scuffle inside the tower itself, but it never leaked out, kind of thing.
Cool.
It was kept under wraps.
If we go to a priest of Kellimbor, maybe they can look at Khaleesi's injuries, and we might also be able to I have a couple questions. Trying to figure out what the deal is with potentially ex-disciples or deserters. Someone, if they need to be religious in order to use the amulets, then they have opened it without the aid of the fucking his name. This guy literally right
Ambrose.
next to me.
Ambrose.
Yeah.
Well, the guy next to you is actually Ken, and then there's Vern.
Who actually looks like Warren? No.
He looks
Right.
like Warren.
The first time he used Ambrose, and then it was clear that Ambrose opened it or something opened it with him, but I'm pretty sure the second time we had a beat on Ambrose the whole night. He just said that there's no one else of his station patrolling the City of the Dead, so I'm thinking that this necromancer was from an ex or current religious order.
We didn't have eyes on him the whole night, though.
You also remember that the tomb itself had different wording on it than the others.
It had different
So-
wording on it than the
Would
others.
not
Also, Ambrose helped them like more than once.
Yes, that's also true.
Does Warren have any information that we skipped from the grave? Mike was the one who was tracking the best out of
I mean, like,
Ambrose or Warren is not there.
yeah,
Warren's there, but Warren talked about this with us. I just don't remember shit.
yeah,
Personally, me, you, and Rachel.
yeah. Does which of your characters have good memory? Because they would remember what Warren said.
I don't know. Someone give me
+4 to history.
Yeah, you're gonna have to roll history, man. It kind of hurts, yeah, honestly, right now, because I'm like, nah, that's not what happened.
I mean, memory, history would. I don't know. Someone roll. Yeah, one of y'all can roll history just for fun of it. And if it's above a it's above a 13. Warren, tell them what you know. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick.
Oh, that was very nice of him. He was like,
Right?
he was like, if you roll above a 15, if you roll above a 13,
Yeah. I don't get it.
Warren, help us, Mike.
all right. So you know that because Ambrose was the heavy set of footprints, and we found that on more than one of the sites of like the corpse was taken. So they had his help through multiple tombs, especially the ones that have the wardings on them.
Mhm.
The only one that didn't was the House of the Homeless, in which case he didn't need him for that.
Mhm.
I don't think the perpetrator would be a capable anybody that is capable of using the amulet, or else they would have never risked involving what the fuck is this guy's name? Ambrose at all. That his involving him was a risk, which is why he was targeted to be killed. So if they could have opened those wards any other way, they would not have chosen to involve him at all.
And that is what you remember from the conversation y'all had with Warren.
There was something special about the warding bond around the snake tomb, and then they were going to try to cut things off by killing him last time.
Yes.
Okay.
Those were the theories you came up with
Right.
that evening.
Involved him. I spelled it.
Oh, that just bothers me.
We're still kind of have all the information we had before.
Yeah. Well, okay.
We're not really coming up with anything new here, are we?
If this individual is going to keep getting bodies, he has two options, right? He can either go to the House of the Homeless exclusively, or he can look for more specially
Cozy.
warded tombs. If Ambrose is not involving himself anymore, then he can't get into the special ones, right? Which is probably a good move. So we need to
Oh.
figure out, is there any way to determine which tombs were warded in a similar way to the snake tomb, or at least a dissimilar way to all the other tombs?
I mean, you can go to each tomb and look.
Is
Can't
there,
you have your group do
Um,
that?
are there records that are kept for that?
I can have that look. Well, actually, I did have that looked into. Most of them, only the older ones that have been abandoned, would have. By noble houses that have left Waterdeep would have had different enchantments, but from all of them, I believe the grand majority, if not all, have the normal enchantment. I think this one was different because of events involving the Sootloose.
Footloose.
The Footloose, yes. Kevin Bacon and such.
Everybody get.
It's
Okay.
everybody cut, sir.
Well, I've never.
So they should set up healthy patrols of the House of the Homeless with people who can see invisibility.
Yes, I've been able to procure one of the Blackstaff's apprentices now that she's captured her quarry.
Should we talk to the priests that kind of visit the city during the day? You know, in case he starts robbing during the day so that he can take advantage of priests being present, that could open them.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea.
So how many bodies does he have left? 3, including the guards that he kidnapped?
Oh, shit.
Let's see. 3 in the ambush, 2 in the tomb. I think
5 of the original 6.
yes. So I think he only has the 1, and then he got the 2 guards.
Guards on the way out.
So yes, you can relatively feel safe thinking he has 3.
Okay. We would communicate that as well. And say, I don't know necessarily if your men are dead or not, but if they are, I would not be surprised if he had forced them into his service.
We have already given up. I don't want to say given up hope, but the amount of blood that was lost, we believe that they are no longer with us.
Aye.
Welp, do we
What?
want to go? Do we want to go to, maybe the Church of Tyr, Kellenvor?
Calisius, ask your usual question.
How much are we getting paid? Actually, before you leave, you said you were no longer interested in patrolling?
I can speak for myself personally, but
Not without a raise.
The rate was agreed upon, but
Well, yeah, and then one of us died. We need some kind of punitive damages.
are you asleep?
No.
You sound like you just woke up, kid.
I was actually just lying here. Not asleep. I kind of don't have the Calisius accent. I'm doing some kind of weirdo Western one.
you are. You're cocky.
You're on the other ghost account. I were asleep. Roll just for fun. Roll persuasion.
For fun.
Finally, I get to use my one thing I'm good at.
Maybe don't be dicks to everyone. You might get
You're
to use
good
it
at
more.
succeeding athletics checks to drown your companion.
That's also true. 18. I can afford to extend a hazard pay, but of an extra 50 gold.
Per day?
No, for the loss of your friend.
All Warren's life is to you 50 gold. No. Alright, so he owes us 132 gold, right?
You've done 2 nights, and the agreed upon rate was 42, right? Oh, no, 3 nights. Sorry, 3. No, 2 nights. Yeah, the first night was the merchant's rest. The second night was the ambush, and then y'all never went home before going to the tomb.
134.
So yeah,
how
100. So what?
How short are we from actually getting enough for the stupid tavern?
You are very short.
300 short.
We need another 300 gold.
I
All right, wait.
It's for our private business.
Hold on. We gotta have a group powwow.
What's happening?
I don't know. Someone's moving around and a lot.
Not me.
It was not you. I know. I think it
I
was.
get yelled at.
I think it was the ghost from beyond. Either that or
It's the
kid.
Canadian.
It's the Canadian.
It feels like somebody's house is being raided.
Yeah, it's really.
Kid.
Somebody
Very
got
old
You
house,
fight the
very
good
creaky
fight.
floors, and I forgot to mute before leaving the room.
Good fight.
Those were not floors.
There were doors.
That's
There's
not
a
like-
door and a floor. And...
Anyway, back on track. He hands over your payment along with the extra gold.
Khaleesi says, wait. We're not out yet. We need to have a powwow.
I'm gonna take the 50 gold for the Warren thing.
No, take all of it. Take all of it.
Take all of what?
Leave nothing on the table.
I take their food.
I'm still. Oh well. Fine.
Just eat breakfast. I can buy breakfast for us.
Sometimes the food isn't the point.
The message.
The point is that we were hired to do a job and we did it poorly.
We didn't.
No,
do.
I wouldn't say you've done poorly. You've uncovered more than we were before your involvement, and you have.
What?
Well,
I would say that we've done it poorly, if considering that we've lost one of our companions.
Everyone, they've lost a good amount as well.
casualties aren't to be expected in our line of work.
Evan, can I say
Speaking-
something?
Of which
You always do.
Jouster kind
We
of
just-
scoots his way out. I must go inform the families of their losses. I will leave the rest to
Yes, please. Don't let us
You.
keep you.
And he makes his way.
Downtown.
Crawford, were you saying something? Downtown?
Walking fast.
Make my way.
Downtown.
Walking fast. Kicking
Homebound.
ass, and I'm homebound. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And he leaves.
Evan, we can't just take our ball and go home every time something bad happens. But if you really think we should quit instead of avenge Warren,
Cool. Music.
I don't know. I mean, if
we could use the money.
we could use the money, and I know that we want
Don't need the
we want
money.
to stop. It doesn't feel like we did this for nothing. I am just worried about something happening again. Especially with Warren gone, because now we can cover less ground, and I don't know if we want to move on with the story or not.
Oh, believe me, the story
Listen,
is moving, whether you like it or not.
I see. Here's what I think. I think Warren would have wanted us to find out who was behind this.
But
He
also,
seemed- I've
on.
never seen Warren come to life like he did when he was in on that mystery.
I did also get a vision from Tyr,
Yes.
warning me to focus our energies properly. And I don't know that this is the right focus when there's so much happening right now in Waterdeep that might be bigger than this.
Well,
This might be one of those shadows that he warned me about.
that's true, but I feel like someone would come and talk to us if it was time to move on, to deal with those shadows. I feel like
I did.
the powers that be have put a lot of effort into dealing with whatever's happening in the City of the Dead.
But also, didn't they? Didn't Davil have a warning for us?
Hi, my name's John Exposition. You guys are taking way too long. Get out of
I'm not saying
I
it.
have an idea, Evan. Let's just cut to the chase.
Okay.
With Warren gone, there's 4 of us.
That's
I
correct.
remember.
Don't count Ambrose.
We can count. It's good.
We should just vote to see if we stay or go.
Should I stay or should I go?
I
Yeah,
just
I-
wanna me, Rachel. I want to see what else is happening. I don't know that I don't know. I'm not super invested in this storyline anymore.
I just lost my friend. I'm not invested in the storyline.
Hey, man, she shut down. All right.
That's fair.
I want to find out what the fuck else is happening, and I just got a prophetic warning from my god, being like, "There's other shit happening." Reminder: the rest of the campaign is still going on.
Right. I
I'm
mean,
not personally, but I also, if we want to do this, that's fine.
yeah.
Well, what is it? 40 something gold. We were
40
300.
for the night, yeah.
So we have 5 nights left. So that's another 200 something gold.
Well, are you looking at this purely just for the money? Because I think that there are other things that are happening that we could
Also,
actually benefit.
just
Look, here's kind of okay. Out of game, it's like we spent like 3 friggin' nights on this thing. I kind of want to
2.
get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
also just asked for a loan for us.
That did just.
We
You
can
don't
take the
know
loan. I don't really mind the loan. But like just as a player, we should like it's like so like I invested 3 nights into this. I know
You
Mike
wanna see
invested a
it
ton of
completed.
energy into it. Mike, do you want to see what's like the going on in that with that necromancer?
Hey,
Does Mike already know?
Mike's dead.
Yeah, I have
Mike the person is dead.
Or are we going to get Mike the person
All right.
back to the gate?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Graveyard?
bringing it back down. What are we doing? Are we moving? Are we going? Are we going somewhere?
I asked for a vote.
Yeah.
Do your vote
I
then.
want to keep exploring City of the Dead.
Let us continue.
Gus, what do you want to do?
I want to give it 2 more days and then I'm done.
Okay. Ken, can you agree to 2 more days or are you out?
I'll do the 2 more days.
All right,
All right.
2 more days. For
Can
night.
we go to the temple now?
I would love to go
Built
to
you
the
a
temple.
temple and locked you away. Never
Alright.
told you price and pay.
We should also
Tomorrow
start
night's
looking
a
for
rest-
people to round out our party. I think we're very ineffective as 4.
So
keep an eye out for Ursel on our day to day.
we
Look, I
have.
still propose the theory that Urstel is buried in a fucking basement in Grelhoon's fucking house.
Maybe he's in this bar. I look around the bar.
Surprisingly enough, Urstel just walks out the door. You follow him? No.
Yes.
Hey, I'm on my way to the City of the Dead.
LOL, smiley face, wink emoji.
Catch me if you can.
So y'all. So do you? Where are we going? Are we going to the temples first?
Yes.
Go get Felicia's cured.
Stick into the plan that we set out this morning.
Mhm.
Okay.
Breakfast, running portal, temple.
Look at us.
All right. Well,
Keeping us honest.
Like a fine old machine.
you head to the familiar direction of the Castle Ward. You, of course, know where the Hall of Justice is. That's the wrong book. You also know that there are many temples in that area.
Go to my parents' house.
You're going to your parents' house, taking the ball, and going home.
No, I just don't know. I don't know where the temple is. I'm going to where I know my parents live.
Jesus, guys.
We went there last session, didn't we?
Yeah,
We're
she
going
knows
here.
where it is.
Right.
Vern knows where it is. Or
Yes,
not,
I will guide
but,
you.
The California girl does not.
No.
You ask around. Right, so I've been looking, and I can't actually find a priest strong enough to cure what ails Clesius.
Nobody knows remove curse.
Nope.
Wait, what? Isn't that a third level?
I'm looking, mate. There's the only person I can find has lesser restoration.
Lesser restoration probably won't do
Does
it.
that work?
No. That only removes.
Doesn't remove curses.
Yeah.
Let's take Ken into the
Not
wild,
magic.
go kill a bunch of boars, and level up.
Yeah. Come on,
Also
Ken.
Third level.
Yeah, good if we moved along with the story.
What story? We're moving around. We're trailblazers.
Trapped in a fucking group.
Trailblazers. There is no story. There was never a story. I was just winging it the whole time.
Is there like a high priest dude, or can the black staff cast remove curse, or
Oops, that's not what I meant to click on. I'm actually looking at the black.
paladin, warlock, or wizard?
We
I'm
refuse to live with.
actually looking at the black staff, and she does not have the ability to remove curses.
The flying fox.
One of her apprentices do it.
No. Why would they be able to? They're not. If she's not strong enough, why would they be?
She is strong enough. She just never learned it. The third level spell.
Yeah. No. You ask around. You don't. You find plenty of priests, and many of them attempt to do what they can. Have you tried rubbing some water on it?
Put some salt into it.
What about flex tape? It has the power to stop any leak. No.
How many priests try peeing on it?
Did a jellyfish do this to you?
You're a really crusty dude of a priest, and he tries to pee on your arms.
Oh man, I really wanted Manchun to know how to do it. He does not.
Can we pay somebody to do it? Like,
It's
we're willing to
not.
pay.
I
It's
think
not.
you can't find anyone.
There's no one who has the ability to do that. I mean, priests to that
Dude,
level
he
are
has the
very.
ability.
Fucking water, dude.
The priests are can do that are only higher level, and none of these know.
What kind of a church is this? Sham.
It's a shame.
Yo, is there like a Home Depot where I
Look,
could pick up a
it's
fucking single
fine.
gun?
This
More
is
of a
just
father.
Calesius's karma coming to bite him in the ass. It's fine.
Exactly. Can we? Yeah, but that's a good point. We can like bind his arms,
Eventually.
right? So
Yeah, I mean, so from mechanical purposes, there's no direct drawback currently. He just has a constant burning sensation in his arm and 2 large wounds.
well, he's no longer a stud, and that might be an issue.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So I'm basically what you're saying is I'm this party's Jesus Christ. Got it.
No, you were not
1v1.
nailed to a cross
That is-
or
We're emphatically not.
Didn't even die.
you didn't die.
I don't even think you've gone down once.
He has gone down twice.
Never mind.
Are you counting? Are you keeping count?
I'm keeping count, and then I made him remember.
No,
I
I'm-
remember at
keep
least
count.
one time Felicius went down. I remember at least 2 times Crawford went. No, 3 times Crawford went down, and 2 that Evan.
I do my best work horizontally.
Clesius
Or I traded off
Worse.
going down.
I hate you.
Clesius went down in the fight with the bugbear, and he went down in the fight with the intellect devourer. Vern went down
brains.
in the fight with the bugbear. Crawford went down in this fight with the intellect devourer and the brood guard
And the griffin.
and
Or
the manicore. Manicore got him.
I think I got kicked by a kid really hard.
And how many times did Warren die?
He went down twice, once for good.
I don't think Ken's gone down yet.
No, Ken, I think is the only one I haven't gotten yet. I mean,
Haven't gotten yet.
Haven't gotten there yet.
God.
So,
Yeah.
yes, you look around, and unfortunately, you're just unable to find someone with the strength to undo what has been done to your arm.
That's what we get with god curses, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the temple so I can try praying to another god and see what happens.
Wait.
You're at the temples. That's what I'm saying.
You're
is
at the-
that-
You know, you could. One of you guys could try dying and then rolling a character that does know remove curse.
Oh, true.
This
That's
is
true.
Belisius. His arms are
You would
fine.
higher
still
level.
have to be a higher level than we are.
Oh Lord!
Surprisingly, the gods don't believe you.
I didn't even get a chance to say anything, but okay. If we're doing the railroading thing, okay.
You do know that
I won't
gods
actually
have,
try.
true sight, the ability to see through lies. I mean,
I mean it right now. Sometimes people really mean things they say in the moment.
I feel like. Anyway, moving on.
Do you try to pray to a
I'm
god?
gonna-
Yeah, dude, try. You're more than welcome to try. Which
was
god?
trying, but,
Which
like,
god
it
are
seems
you
like-
praying to?
He would be good for Abathor, but he's not a dwarf. And also that wouldn't be in Waterdeep.
Which
God of music.
god of music?
That's
Then
actually.
can learn remove curse next level.
Follow.
I just watched the video.
I actually don't know the god of music.
There is a god explicitly for. I
Like,
think it's
hold on,
believed.
And
hold
if you
Hold on,
gods
hold on.
don't listen to you, there's always
Oh
I
wait,
mean, I
Ozzy
can always just-
Osbourne.
Yeah.
effort
Yeah,
into
you're right.
learning the
Google
spell.
that.
Only trash
So
mark.
that when I
Build
get
to level up.
level,
Like,
can
I don't
get
really see the
rid
point in like
of
wasting
your
a bunch of time on this
curse.
because like if it doesn't really affect me mechanically, it's like whatever. I don't care. Let's just keep moving.
No, shit's gone. If you want it to happen, if you want to actually try to give yourself to a god, I'll let you do it, man.
You
Yeah,
have to be
it's
clear.
just like a. All right, so we're going back to the city of the dead. I'll manage until we can find somebody to heal me.
What the hell is this?
Hmm.
God damn, this dude is fucking gross.
What is it?
So,
ill
what
matter?
are we doing? All plans for today have been completed. Check, check everywhere. Yay, yay.
I mean, it's you guys got up going early in the morning. You still have a lot of the day left.
Do we want to?
What?
I hate you. It was scary and creepy, and you scared me.
You can return home. You could and
Want to
wait.
go check out the girl who's since Ken suggested it?
It requires sneaky prowess, and I have historically not been 1,000%.
I also did blame a lie on them at some point, so I feel like I owe them an apology. Noble to noble, you know?
Yes, those individuals. Do we want
I mean,
to do
the
that?
entirety of my theory is on the fact that I think that Growlhound is funding him because he's supposed to be connected to some big bad money man. Yeah.
I also don't know what I
I
would.
don't actually have evidence, so it's not like we can just go into his house and like be like, "Hey, you're a big bad, and we're gonna take you to jail." So
You
we're probably
little
gonna
son of a
have to.
We could do the like,
Oh.
hey, I'm requesting a noble audience with the lady and lord of the house, just to discuss some business, and then the rest of the party does sneaky shit in the background.
Do you trust the rest of
Okay.
the party to do sneaky shit in the background?
Not
Well,
entirely.
The one sneaky dude doesn't sneak that well, so
No.
I don't even trust myself to do sneaky shit.
that would be my only plan. Otherwise, I don't think it's worth it.
But I still think we can still go there and talk with him, and I don't know what our lie would be. Khaleesius is a liar. You tell me.
I don't know.
Well, all right,
Just go to
guys.
sleep. Go back to the graveyard. So,
Yeah, I'd like to go back to the City of the Dead.
all right.
I'd like to go back to the city of dead and pick up another party member.
I go to
You
the,
do that in the graveyard.
I go to the City of the Dead looking for wayward player characters.
Huh,
Can I make a
surprisingly
perception
enough, you
check?
find one. He's just Warren. Describe your character.
I make a perception check on the street and be like, "Hey, you, Joe Schmo, you want to join our?"
What level are you? Hey, what level are you?
Level
Did someone
7?
detect
Get on this
magic?
team.
Hey, looks pretty. Let's ask him.
Can't detect magic today. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Alright.
Again.
So
I know.
would we like to go back to Troll Skull so you can wait and then go to the City of the Dead and do your patrol?
Sure.
I'm gonna look at the City of the Dead
fine,
during
That
the
sounds
day.
good.
You want to go there now?
Yep.
Right now.
I'm going to go right now.
All right. So Crawford is heading to.
We will go home.
What are we doing, guys?
This is what it feels like to be aimless, Pie.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, I know where I'm going. Can I take the dog if you're gonna go back to the house, Calisius?
You promise to protect it with your life.
No.
Yes, I do.
What is it you are
Is he
going?
lying?
No, he's not.
What is
What
it
is
you
it
are
that
going
joined?
to the City of the Dead to do?
Well, I'm going to see what's the area that we're assuming is probably going to be hit is the
The homeless.
yeah. I want to do a preliminary search of that kind of entrances, exits, potentially other ways to get in, any kind of arcane glyphs at all. Caskets that have been robbed, their proximity to other caskets that are closed, that kind of thing. I would also probably go back. Well, we'll start with that. Those are the things. I'm doing a thorough search of the floor plan and graves.
Okay, so going back, you go into the House of Homeless. So you're just going to the old tombs you know are robbed, or are you looking for new tombs that have been robbed?
Well, I'm thinking that the one I want to know if they're looking for any patterns at this point. I don't think that there are any patterns between which bodies he plucks. Are they closer to the door or some shit?
No.
Are they made of different material that would be
You
easier to open? Anything?
know all of this already, so I can just tell you. The reason he picked the guy person, you don't know if it's girl or boy, basically was picking bodies that wouldn't be missed, and so most of them are in the back except for there's Jane Doe, there was the immigrant named Sorostani, both of which have already been recovered, and then there was Lara Tumith. She was the last body that was taken before y'all went on and started investigating. She was also discovered in, I think she was discovered in Saltluth Tomb.
Saltluth Tomb.
No.
I wish we know who that Jane Doe was. It's probably not important, but I want to.
The Jane Doe is just a Jane Doe. They don't have any.
That's the same thing as
Yeah,
not
anonymous. That's just the name they give to anonymous people. Most likely she
See,
was.
you say that like I'm a stupid person.
Well, yeah, but then you said you want to know who she was, and it was like, this is who she is. She was probably a homeless
Yeah, I
woman.
know, but
Oh,
like,
you're talking about like who she like was like in
No.
life, not
yes.
the powerful archwizard Jane Doe. Okay, I got you.
I can tell you, she was just a Jane Doe.
Level warlock was
She doesn't.
Okay, cool.
What level warlock was she?
Entrances, exits. Is there a single entrance to the building, and it is unwarded, correct?
Yes. This is mostly open. Or there's one entrance. There was an original tunnel that led out the back as they were digging it. It has since been collapsed. Filled in to prevent people from sneaking in, basically. And yeah, I mean, you don't learn anything new. You've already gotten everything you could from this location.
And we set traps around the House of the Dead. Is that a thing Crawford knows how to do as a rogue?
I'm thinking of that. I'm just trying to think of what they would entail. I would definitely like to booby trap the House of the Homeless.
He said.
Okay. You can definitely try. I think I was survival, right, Warren? That's what I made you do?
Yep.
Can
To
he use
set
his
traps?
tools?
I would say yeah. You can give thieves tool, so you can use your proficiency and stuff like that.
Okay,
So treat it kind of like picking a lock, but with survival.
that's a 15.
Okay. Damn, you have that much of a modifier survival? Good on
Are
you.
we
man.
doing? Oh no, we don't. That is an 8. I'm sorry, because you said 2 different. Yeah,
His
lock pick,
proficiency.
not survival.
No,
Lockpick.
no. I was saying you can use your thieves tools, which means you can use your proficiency on it.
Okay.
But, so
we-
that's a what, a 10? I mean,
Yes.
you feel like you've done a good job. Most of y'all. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. Yes, everyone notices the traps.
Everyone as in who?
Everyone in your group has a passive perception higher than a 10.
Okay, cool. It was. I'm just making sure that I'm not doing it in front of the like guards and shit.
Oh, well, I mean, the guards know you're a part of this group. They let you do it. If you think it helps.
Okay.
Like, you're on their side, man. You don't have to be so worried about them.
I
long as
still
you-
don't want.
Don't break the law.
I would never. Okay. I'm gonna go to
Okay?
the. Well, while I'm here, can you think of anything else that we should do? I feel like this is a likely place to get hit.
I agree that this is, I think, the most likely to be hit, and I don't know. Is there a way that we can help me hide better?
You could take. You could take off your armor.
Hey, oh yeah.
You could.
Oh,
Now we're getting to the romance.
I mean, I could teach you a couple techniques that I know, but most of that involves, lack of armor.
that means I actually only have a 15 AC.
It's still
It's not bad.
good. Wait a
All right, I can take off my armor later. That way I don't have disadvantage.
Do what you gotta do, man.
Okay. And it doesn't sound like there's any other way. He's hitting places of people that won't be remembered. At this point, he is only able to go into the places that aren't warded. Maybe he doesn't know that Ambrose is not going to be on guard. So that might fuck things up a little bit. But are there any other places in here that we're able to discern if they are not warded? You kind of gave a hesitant answer. Is that because there isn't one, or you?
I hadn't planned for one to be, but I would assume in a place of this size there probably is a few, maybe. But
Yeah.
I did not
Well,
plan for that.
Ambrose is supposed to be researching that for us, so unless he says otherwise, we can assume that this is the only unwarded.
Well, Jallister is not Ambrose. Ambrose is off the case.
Right, Jallister, whatever. He's gonna get back to us, right?
Yeah.
Unless he
He
says
said as
otherwise,
much.
I'm gonna assume this is the only house we're gonna watch tonight.
And that is your choice.
Uh-huh.
Y'all are still scared. Ken is freaking out in the northern ward. You don't know why. Or the northern section.
Those two
As
went
is
home.
Khaleesi's.
Yeah, they're not actually there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they came with you or not. Okay, so yeah, that's what you will have done.
We'll go home.
The two of you, returning home.
Oh fuck! I want to do. I want to put like ink down. I want to make something so even if he's invisible, he will track it and leave more visible footprints.
We can say that's part of your putting the trap
All right, cool.
down.
Cool.
The two of you returning home. Notice something as you come towards the front door. A man dressed as a guard, is sat on the benches next to the door. Warren, if you would like to describe your character.
You see, yeah, just a person dressed in typical guard uniform. Standard chainmail armor, everything pretty much standard issue. Uh, uh, like a close buzz cut type of hair, a couple of scars on his face, and his his eyes are bloodshot, and there's like redness around his eyelids. Probably, maybe, might be a similar sort of look on his face to some of you.
Uh, do I recognize him? Do I know this person?
You're not there yet. This is Clesius and Kin.
Okay. It was not clear.
Oh yeah, I thought it was us.
No, sorry. I was saying you two, and then you started saying your thing.
All right.
CJ's with y'all.
Hi. Are you here to guard the tavern? Why are you here?
No,
You
no,
with the- Sorry.
no. I was told that I could find the pretty boy club here.
Yeah, that would be us. The others aren't here right now if you were looking for a specific member.
Uh,
Assume
no,
you're here for Evern.
no. Well, no, not necessarily. I don't know how to say this. I know that you guys are on a job.
Usually, yes.
A particular job involving a necromancer.
Which one? Oh, yeah.
I
Why?
want to ask if you would accept my help.
Certainly, but only on a specific condition.
Um, what is that?
Do you know how to remove curses?
No, I mean,
God damn it!
You're out.
Please.
I could. I mean, I could try, and I pull out my glaive.
Apply to
Let's just wait to see where he's going with this.
Well, I mean, if if I could bash the curse.
It's zombie rules.
Yeah.
How smart would you say you are, my friend?
Mm, there's a reason I'm a guard, man.
Have you ever been cursed before?
No, be cursed at. Does that count?
No.
It counts in my book.
Okay. So yes.
Come here, motherfucker. Come back.
You hug this.
Yeah. Okay.
So, tell us what you can do.
I hit things.
Okay.
What?
I hit him hard.
Yeah?
What do
What
you
are you
mean?
trying to say, Ken?
You look extremely tired. Did you want to come inside? We can't cook you anything, but drinks are drinks.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. I could really use something.
Yeah, come inside. It'd be better. We can sit around a table and talk about why it is you actually want to help us, and it'll be great. Theseus, yeah.
Insight check.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna run. Can I do an inside check to see if this guy's lying to us?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I hope you fail.
Hold on. Loading. I'm gonna format my PC today. Okay, today's too late. Tomorrow.
I mean, he's a little. Oh, that was Kin's. Clesius, you can't really get a real read on this guy. I mean, you're not that most comfortable around guards, but he seems like a fine chap. Definitely looks a little haggard. Kin, you get the feeling that he is earnest in helping you. Is that right? I guess I should let you answer this.
Yeah, he's going through some sort of stage of grief right now. Any sort of ability to lie is probably not present at the moment.
Cool.
Okay. So, what are you getting for helping us with this necromancer thing?
I'm gonna go over to the bar and start pouring ale. Then
Yeah, you mean y'all have plenty left over, or some left over from seeing Warren off. So yeah, you have stuff to pour him.
what's your name? Sorry, we should have asked earlier.
I'm sorry. My name is Roland.
Is he lying?
Spelt any kind of fancy way, or just...
Just Roland. Not a fancy name.
I knew a gunslinger with a name like that.
Well, tell us your ills, Warren. Roland.
Oh.
Sorry.
Just learned your name. Calls you the dead guy.
Yeah.
No, it's
How are you, new
I
Warren?
had the widest
Wow.
mouth like Warren.
Oh no.
I don't really do voices.
Can you all hear me?
Sometimes.
If you were just talking now.
Yeah.
Is this better?
No,
No, it's a
hear
bit
it.
too close, but
I'm just
Closer.
making sure. Oh, closer?
No.
anyway, getting on with it.
I want that mic down your throat.
My mouth doesn't open.
I want to
that big.
hear your tonsils.
Best I can do is lick it.
Your ills, Roland. Your ills. Have you come to us?
I've lost somebody close to me, and it's related to. I knew one of the guards that was killed. Well, that went missing.
Sorry, we weren't more useful.
It's not. I don't blame you guys. You're trying to help, but I wanted to talk. I was talking to Ballister to put me on the case, but he refused. Said I was emotional, or I'd be compromised. But
Logically, that makes sense. But, we don't really care about that around here, so...
So
Come
what
to the
you're
right
saying
people.
is this is personal for you.
yeah, very
How
much. So.
personal?
He just said that he lost a friend.
Ah. So you don't need money for what you're doing, right? You just want to catch her. You just want your friend back.
Yeah, I mean, if she's still alive.
Yeah. You could. You're in.
I mean,
Glad to have you aboard. Cheers, Ken. The drinks.
They're on the table.
I grab him and I bring one to him. And
yeah,
if Ken,
I immediately down it.
I'm like I was gonna do a toast or whatever. I'm like, I down it too.
Crawford looks dirty.
Crawford is dirty.
Oh,
You look dirty.
Crawford looks sexy.
How much cleavage is on display today?
Incidentally, around this time, we can just assume y'all have made your way back.
Man, I feel so dirty. Coming back to the dead.
Dirty with multiple R's?
Hello?
I'm assuming.
Come sit. This is Roland.
Hi.
Do I know Roland?
Lady Tusper.
I mean, maybe not. Well, actually, I don't know. Would she know you, Roland?
Probably
You-
not. I recognize her, but I doubt she recognizes me. I
Okay.
would not have been trained by her father.
There you go.
All right. Hi. Guard. Did one of us get in trouble with City Watch? I promise I have an explanation.
No, nothing like that.
What's
Uh,
that?
I think if we were in trouble, they wouldn't send just one guard.
Maybe
Well,
you
they
should-
might out of respect. I don't know. I've never been, in trouble really with the law before.
Yes, you have with us. Didn't send one guard.
He's
No,
here for
I-
vengeance.
Incidentally, I am not acting as in a guard capacity right now.
He is here for vengeance.
In fact, I should probably not be wearing this uniform. I
Vengeance.
was not thinking this through.
Did you get fired?
No, but I might in the future.
He's been put on unpaid vacation.
Be- Is everything
Administrative leave.
Sometimes doing what is right is not necessarily what is, what you thought you were going to be doing.
Is there something that we can
Okay.
help you
Yes.
with?
Yes.
He's here to catch the necromancer that's been terrorizing the city of the dead.
Oh,
Yeah. I was not allowed to by Captain Silvermane, so came to you guys.
Well, we will welcome the help. I guess we'll start explaining the situation.
Okay.
We're not going to go over it again because it hurts my brain.
So we're just going to explain. These are the things we found. These are the things we're going to do tonight.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
done talking about this.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Oh, download! Woohoo!
I
oh,
can't.
look, the sun's not up anymore.
Well, I'm glad you guys have a handle on this because I am not the sort of detective type.
Neither are we, apparently.
No, but we're.
I don't think anyone in this party is very smart.
Well, I mean, you seem to
Not
figure
two
it
of us
out.
are, but we're bad at finding things.
I have a negative
Hufflepuff.
1 for intelligence, but
I'm average, dude. I'm not stupid. +0. Only thing I'm weak at is strength, and I roll fine on that.
Yeah, the dice beg to differ on your strength.
Sometimes the will of God is stronger than the will of man.
welcome aboard, Warren. Or not Warren. God damn, bro.
Holy!
I'm,
2 for 2.
Why do you keep calling him Warren?
He looks like Warren. He sounds like Warren.
You look like Warren. Do you still?
I am Warren.
Well,
Deep down, we're all a little Warren.
I'm sensing you guys are not.
Legend? No, you're correct.
Died
We're all
yesterday.
fucked up, man. We are all fucked up.
We also lost a friend to this necromancer madness.
Oh,
What's the name of your friend?
I didn't know. I'm sorry to hear that. Well,
Your loss as well.
Um, is, is there a bottle on the table?
Yes.
I refill and
That's 2 gold, my friend.
That is not true. We don't charge our friends, Calesius.
Right? It's
Oh,
clearly
I
an
don't
We
know.
acquaintance.
will eventually, when the bar is
Acquaintance.
actually open.
The man's fallen on hard time. I think we can spot him a couple. Especially if he helps us find it, then he'll be more than worth his weight in alcohol.
You're never gonna get this tavern started.
He just took a loan out.
But he doesn't know that.
I don't know that. Nobody knows that. You just did it yourself.
I didn't do it. It was Ken.
Whoever did it, we don't know that. Stop breaking the RP.
That's why.
you guys haven't done the paperwork, so
That's true.
My signature's not on that document.
It is
That
on
one's
the
going to
pretty.
be entirely in your name.
Okay. Is there anything that we need to discuss before we do this thing?
Do this thing.
We actually have
There
a plan.
is.
I mean, you.
In fact, something you need to
Fine.
discuss. I need someone to make a perception check for me.
I
In
don't,
fact, you know what? Let's break in the new character. Roland, give me a perception check.
Hey,
22.
Nice.
God damn,
Hey.
Roland.
Nice.
See if it works.
Bell.
You swear you hear. It's far away, but you hear the sound of a bell tolling. Suddenly, you hear another one go off. A bit
I get
closer.
up and bolt outside,
I follow him.
like really suddenly, without saying anything.
As you step outside, you hear the bells tolling
What you doing?
more and more. All of a sudden, you hear an explosion happen somewhere else in the city. With your current perception check, I'll go ahead and give you that.
I'm assuming as a guard, I know exactly what those bells mean, right?
You know exactly what those bells mean. In fact, all of you who've lived in Waterdeep, the only two who might not are Kin and maybe Calesius, because they haven't been set off during your time here. Those are the sound of warning bells, meaning something is going on in the city and the city is under attack. You hear an explosion coming from the western part of the city. You know this to be kind of around the castle district. You hear another explosion, this time a little closer in the north ward. Suddenly, in the distance, you can see smoke rising from those two locations, and griffin riders, who you are very familiar with, flying around in that area. Suddenly, one of them jets off, heading southwards towards the dock wards. Another one jets off, heading where you would guys be the south ward. Judging by what you know, the entire city seems to be under attack as screams start to fill just on the other side of the streets. You see...
I take off towards the closest like center of chaos.
Go ahead.
What's a griffin rider?
The person who rides a griffin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but are they like, are they Waterdeep people or no?
Yes, those
Yeah,
are
they're guard.
Okay.
specialized guards. You would know they're specialized guards in Waterdeep who
Okay.
can fly on griffins.
I didn't know if they were like invaders or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, no, they're invaders and they're coming specific for you.
Well,
As you head towards the head south, out leaving the shop, you see a woman run in front of you and all of a sudden fall over dead as three creatures snarling at it come running from behind. You see let me go ahead and pull this over. of course. It's. Can you all
We
see?
get battle music.
No,
You're about to, but it's being stupid and hasn't revealed you.
Play the Final Fantasy VII battle music.
I will not.
Oh.
God, I hate Roll20.
do they have good battle music?
It's,
play it in
it's-
rhythm.
I'm about to. I'm gonna take y'all off of Troll Smiley for a second.
Calculate things.
Stupid, bloody, stupid things. Being stupid. I hate dynamic lighting. It never works.
So don't use it.
I'm not going to. Now I have to redo the Fog of War.
That's what you get for trying to make the map look like nice and atmospheric and stuff.
Right?
Without paying for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do pay for it.
Well, even when you pay for it, dynamic lighting is shit.
Yeah, it does not work.
For it.
It's
Alright.
very hard to make it work proper.
Oh,
As you walk out to the streets, chaos erupting around you, bodies
Oh my, there's
falling
40
to the
dead people.
ground, screams of terror going southward. Oh, you're actually not on the map right now. I
is
didn't-
that Trollskull?
That is Troll
Is that our
Skull.
home?
That is your home.
Whoa, we got a backyard that I never fucking knew about.
Yeah,
The
dude.
fuck?
You and Warren trained in that backyard.
Yeah, we.
Oh,
Dude.
that's true, we did.
Right.
Also, what are you doing? Get back here.
I just wanted to. I wanted to see it.
Coming out, you see bodies falling around you. You hear the scream of a woman coming around the corner. You see
Lady?
zombies. That's a ghoul. Decaying flesh creatures just digging into corpses. You see a group of them chasing after a few nobles heading eastward. A large orc, pretty much intact. You don't really see anything of. He's not decaying. He actually looks like he's still alive until you see a giant gash across his throat, and as he looks up at you, growling.
Who's the closest person I have a chance at saving? Like, I'm not gonna bother with. No.
Currently,
Apart.
the ones
Yeah.
to the left, but as you do that, looking to your right, you see another pair of these humanoid creatures kind of walking down the street, and a large figure dressed in a yellow robe, kind of foreign looking, completely skeletal with two large scimitars, kind of follows you as you walk by. Behind him, you see a man holding a woman as she's screaming for help, and he just slits the throat. She falls over dead, and then a few moments pass before her body starts convulsing and twitching, and she rises back again. The person turns towards your group, not recognizing you, but a flash of recognition crosses his eyes. He sees the rest of them. Wait a minute. I know your faces. Yeah. You were with that old sod. And...
I shoot him.
Oh, I was going to say, that is where we're going to call it for the night. With the nice, friendly music. Yeah.
Throat is ripped
I
out.
feel like zombie attacks should always be accompanied.
Yeah, I didn't.
Nice.
You were reacting too
Careful.
quickly, and I didn't have a chance to pull up the other soundtrack.
No,
Hey,
Very
listen,
nice.
it has to be.
Roland runs on instinct only. If he sees fire, he runs towards it.
Okay, so which are the bad guys? Obviously, this thing's a goal.
Um,
What is this?
that's the orc. He
Okay.
looks
What-
pretty
what's
fresh.
this?
That's what.
This is the obviously the wizard type thing.
Wait,
That's
never mind.
that was the giant yellow robed skeleton.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. It's the only thing I could find that was yellow and robed.
And he spoke in a Cockney accent.
No, he didn't speak. This is the one who spoke.
All right.
Dude behind him.
Yes. Behind him, you watched his him slit the throat of a woman, who then rose back up.
These are bad dudes.
Yeah.
We have
And,
at least 4 bad thingies to kill.
I mean, from what you currently see, yeah.
And can Khaleesi still make that deal with Seth?
that
She's
ship
kind of scared right now.
has sailed.
Okay.
And will be discussed next time. Also, your dragon's not here. I don't know why. I know your dragon. Your lizard.
Snake.
Snake died.
Snake died.
The same thing I do every time.
Die. Wait.
Huh.
What's
Die?
her manner? What's her bar called?
Lifting spear.
Yeah. I don't know what y'all are gonna name it, but that's what it's currently called.
I think we should go to Lift Experience, have a nice cold pint, and wait for this to all blow over.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
We have locks on our doors. We're fucking fine.
Pull the
Counter
curtains down.
solved.
What are they gonna do?
All right. Well, I'll see y'all on the next
Oh
life.
yeah, he was there. He was just underneath you.
So this is bad, huh?
It
Yeah.
seems a little bad.
Under attack.
I mean, Warren was gonna say that, you know.
Aaron wasn't gonna say shit because he's dead.
No. I'm saying, yeah, he would have said it, but he's dead. The fact that they tried killing what's his face?
Gross.
They planned an ambush for Ambrose, and that means they no longer needed him.
Got what they came for.
Yeah.
You don't know. Maybe you can ask him before he kills you.
No, I'm
Hey,
saying he was done with this shit.
Yo, it would be the best if Mike dies
Apparently
again.
not. He's still killing people and raising them.
Yeah.